Joe Kleen, Southern Hospitality, February 9th, 1991. In the 44 months Joe and Misty Kleen had lived in Atlanta, they had flown south twice, once to Jamaica for their honeymoon and once to Miami for a scuba trip. Neither of those excursions had required passports, but today's adventure did. Settling into their seats, Joe asked his wife, "Did you think that the customs agent guy looked at me funny when he was checking our passports?" Misty looked over to her husband and said, "Maybe. I asked you when we were taking your passport photo if you wanted to shave your beard first, remember?" "Yeah, I remember, but I had to wait until it was long enough to call a beard before I got rid of it. Besides, you gotta admit the red color is rather striking." "If you say so. I'm just glad you got rid of the thing. Now you're stuck with a passport that shows a bearded face, and all the time I've known you, you've sported a beard for a total of 3 months. A smaller woman would tell you I told you so, but I won't, of course." Joe smiled, shook his head, reached for Misty's right hand with his left, brought it to his lips, and kissed it. "No," he said, drawing out the word. "Not you. You'd never say such a thing. How long is the flight to Miami?" "About 2 hours. Somehow they wound up on separate flights. Justin and Kelsey have the first flight, then Phil and Courtney. We're due to land around 1, and the flight to St. Kitts takes off just after 3. Shouldn't be a problem making our connection, and the weather up and down the East Coast looks great, so your brother shouldn't have a problem either. Assuming Courtney gets out on time." "I don't think that'll be a problem, Joe. She may have a tendency to show up late for social events, but the woman flies more than the 5 of us combined. I'm pretty sure they'll get to BWI in plenty of time." "Excuse me," an elderly, petite woman dressed in a coral-colored pantsuit said in a decidedly British voice. "Sorry to trouble you, but I believe I have the window seat." Misty smiled at the woman and rose from her aisle seat to make way while Joe said, "No problem at all. Good morning," as he slid from the center seat to the aisle and then stood. "And good morning to you," the woman responded, lifting her carry-on bag to the seat in preparation of hoisting it into the overhead luggage compartment. "May I help you with that, ma'am?" Joe asked, reaching for the bag. "Yes, please. That would be lovely. Thank you so much." She smiled at the Kleens before carefully sliding into their row and making her way to the window seat. Joe sat in Misty's seat and then scooted over to his. Once he was seated, the woman to his right said, "Always a bit of a chore for you taller people to make your way into your seats. My husband used to have that problem as well." Joe clicked his seatbelt shut and asked, "Did he? Since you used the past tense, is it safe to assume that he's no longer with us?" "That's correct. He passed 21 years ago. Lovely man. Brilliant architect." "Where did he work?" Misty asked. "In England?" "No, Bermuda. We were Canadian, but moved to Bermuda right after university."